One of our favorite things about December are the Christmas specials. TV and film has provided us with years of joy that not only captures the spirit of the holiday, but the downsides as well. While these classics will forever carry on within the hearts of many for future generations, other stories can be overlooked. Sometimes they are so forgotten that they become lost, such as this example that we're going to examine.
Rapsittie Street Kids Believe in Santa is a 2002 computer-animated Christmas special from Wolf Tracer Studios and J. Rose Productions. The story was written by Trisha Curry Stoops and Wolf Tracer's executive producer, Colin Slater, who also directed it. Colin is an interesting character. He apparently was once a managing director for a 70s rock band, the Bay City Rollers. He has been inducted into the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, has 1 Grammy and 2 ASCAP Songs of the Year. Okay, this was all taken from Internet Movie Database written by Anonymous, so take it with a grain of salt.
Wolf Tracer came into contact with J. Rose Productions with the idea of the Bass Street Kids, which later changed to the Rapsittie Street Kids due to the Beano's comic strip of the same name. Christopher Rose, the man behind the company, was convinced by the concept art sent to them, and decided to join Wolf Tracer in their venture with $500,000 from his pocket. The plan was to create a franchise based around a group of kids reminiscent to Charles Schulz's Peanuts, but set in the suburbs of modern time. Believe in Santa was to be the first in this series.
With their funding and production teams set in place, they had to hire voice actors, and they weren't going to be slouches about it. They were going to get the very best they could find, and oh boy, did they ever strike it big. I mean, look at this. Jack Angel, Jodie Benson, Nancy Cartwright, Gray DeLisle, Paige O'Hara, April Winchell. There's also some good on-screen actors here, such as Serena C. Grant, Walter Jones, and Mark freaking Hamill. Heck, they even got Ron Howard's brother Clinton there. Oh, and Deborah Wilson is in there too, I guess. More on her character later. Nancy Cartwright is listed as another producer, so she most likely had something to do with getting all of this talent on board.
From November 25th to Christmas time in 2002, the WB aired Rapsittie Street Kids Believe in Santa on local affiliates across the US. Then, nothing. The special fell into obscurity as it was never aired on TV again. It was never released in any home media formats, nor was the film's a soundtrack that supposedly featured Whitney Houston. Instead, it became part of a collective known as Lost Media.
Fast forward to September 13th of 2015, when Lost Media Wiki founder Daniel Wilson uploaded the Lost special on Vimeo during Found Media Week. The story of how he obtained it is a bit sketchy, but we'll save that for later.
The special opens to a small town resembling a flat South Park 64. Somehow mistaken for whimsical music, it's accompanied by haunting chimes that sets an uncomfortable tone. And already, I feel like an inmate being dragged to his execution. That's whimsical, right? A school bus drops some kids off, and oh my god. More or less, our main character is Ricky, who raps his way down the street about Christmas and junk.
I've been a good boy through the year, you better know it. Get ready, Santa Claus, to start decking the halls with gifts from my Christmas list.
This is the first song of the musical, but you wouldn't know it because of how poor the mono sound mixing is. And the rap is crap anyway. He gawks at a window display of toys and untextured presents, for you see, he wants to buy a gift for a popular rich girl named Nicole. She truly is the girl of his dreams.
What do you want, Ricky? What could we possibly have to talk about? Does Santa shop at the mall? No! So that makes me perfect, since all of my presents come from the mall. Ricky, who gave you that candle? You know I'm the bestest kid in the world, Mommy.
I know you are.
Unfortunately, he only has 3 quarters. This makes him sad. Ricky comes across an old teddy bear given to him by his dead mom, and decides he's going to give it to Nicole because it represents love. We cut to the next day at Rapsittie Street Elementary, a school that strives for excellence, just like the special. We then meet Smithy, who's always carrying a sandwich because he is fat. Some bullies try to bully Ricky as he juggles ornaments. but he shows them up by tossing them onto a tree with grace. Ease. Well, he does a rap about it.
I'm a decorating master, no one is faster. Don't you know I'm a Christmas tree blaster?
Wow, Ricky, that's not bad. For you.
I hope he was talking about the tree, because those rhymes were terrible.
This is short-lived, as Ricky trips on his own shoelaces, crashing into the tree. Yeah, the laziness of that crash animation is pretty funny.
Tough break, Ricky.
No, man, that's a lot of tough breaks. All over the place.
Looks like you made a smash hit already.
Wait, I thought Smithy is supposed to be Ricky's friend.
It's still a nice tree, no matter what Todd says.
You're the nicest cardboard I ever put together.
He can't bother me. Not when I have friends like you.
Smithy thanks Ricky for the compliment by demanding a rap about him.
Smithy's small and round, he's closest to the ground. He's nobody's fool, the coolest kid in school.
It's better, but not quite Parappa the Rappa. Show him how it's done.
Kick, punch, block, turn around, kick, block, kick.
He then raps about his present to Nicole.
It's for Nicole, the honey. I know she's into money. From me she cannot hide, cause I know she's good inside.
Yeah, you're pretty cool, Ricky. Except for liking Nicole. Now that's gross.
The teacher, Miss Parmington, calls the class to order. She chastises Nicole and Ricky for not being in their seats, despite everyone else not being in theirs. She also completely ignores the bullies taunting Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky. Don't you know how to sit? Or can you only fall down?
That's cool. Spin round and round and find the ground. Pow!
Hey, Ricky, let me know anytime you want to fall down again. I'll be glad to shove you in the right direction.
We skip over to recess, which excites Smithy.
Good. I'm ready to skate bigger and faster than my mom can make the biggest sandwich in the world.
What?
But this disappoints Ricky, who wants to exchange gifts now.
Please? Pretty please?
Well, how could you say yes to a face like that?
I said after recess because I need a recess. Let's go out and do some skating. You won't catch me hesitating.
That will be enough, Ricky.
Even she knows his raps are bad.
Teacher, don't you worry. Be right back in a hurry. Ugh.
Man, nobody seems to like Ricky.
Our second song plays over the shenanigans of recess. It's your typical run-of-the-mill Christmas song that's easily forgettable. Despite clearly getting hit with a snowball in one camera shot, Smithy jump cuts Todd from behind with one of his own. The bullies give chase, and the fat bully Tug tries to grab onto Smithy, but he's in for a ride.
Look, a tug of war. I'm betting on Smithy.
Hey, Todd, I can feel a big tug. Get it? Big tug?
You shouldn't use the same joke twice, Special.
Especially when it sucked the first time.
Watch me, everyone. Watch what I can do.
I'll watch you, Nicole.
Not you.
Ricky. And I didn't think it could get any colder out here.
Oh, that's okay. She's just being good inside.
Come on, Lene. Let's pretend we're famous skaters.
The skating montage ends with the bullies awkwardly colliding into each other.
After recess, Todd has Smithy's sandwich somehow. Enraged, he pounces on Todd and wrestles it off of him. Sitting on his face in triumph, Smithy eats it. And by eating, I mean the sandwich just sort of bobs up and down in his bandana. During the secret gifts exchange, Nicole's friend Lene seems intrigued by one of her gifts.
Cheap is not cool, Lene. Now my gift's the best. It came from the mall.
I brought that for the grab bag, Nicole.
Ouch.
Miss Parmington, get him away from me!
Get him away from me.
That means he likes you. He just doesn't know he does.
He'll realize it the moment he starts stalking you. Ah, young love.
Ricky waits outside for Nicole as the bullies bother him again.
He probably has music playing in his head the way he's rocking back and forth.
Cool. Hey, dude, can I listen?
Trust me, dude, he has no good beats going in his head. Coming from the heart, a confident Ricky gives the teddy bear to Nicole. she reacts accordingly.
Have you lost your mind? Are you purposely trying to embarrass me? I can't even exchange this nasty old thing.
You might be smart with books, but you sure are stupid. I give you a real gift, and you don't get it.
A heartbroken Ricky runs home, most likely with music playing in his head. As Nicole tosses the teddy bear into the trash, Smithy berates her for her treatment towards Ricky.
It's really gross that Ricky likes you, but he's my friend, and you're not.
Whatever.
Walking home from school, Nicole and Lene admire some Christmas decorations around the neighborhood. Nicole seems to enjoy them because they were bought at the mall, which prompts Lene to make this comment.
And we go to this really big store. And it starts with a W.
A candle shines brightly from Ricky's window as the girls walk by his house. Nicole pokes fun at it to Lene's disapproval, which prompts this old lady to throw in her 2 cents.
Oh, see, for the kids nowadays.
We'll get to her soon enough.
Inside, we see Ricky writing to Santa Claus for a brand new video box, whatever the hell that is.
And please send toys to all the kids in my class, even Nicole.
Dude, how are you not over this girl? She's horrible. Ricky goes outside to mail his letters, but oh no, his note to Santa flies out of his hand and blows away, right across the street to Nicole's lawn. The letters go unnoticed by the girls as they wonder what Santa's gonna get them for Christmas. Well, Lene does. Nicole, however, does not believe in Santa and laughs at her friend.
You still believe in Santa Claus? I suppose the tooth fairy still comes for your baby teeth.
Internal conflict plagues Lene's mind as she begins to question the existence of the tooth fairy. Oh yeah, and Santa. Believe in Santa, you guys?
That night, Nicole proclaims to her mother that she's the most perfect girl in the world. This leads to, you guessed it, another song. In fact, this is the worst song of the special. O'Hara is trying her best, but the lyrics are so unimaginative and the cinematography is nothing more than a switch between 5 different camera shots throughout the entire thing. At least Ricky's raps are isolated to a verse or 2. This song is 2 minutes long, but the presentation of it all brings the sequence to an excruciating crawl.
Old Santa will see the best kid in the world is me, don't you see?
So, the next morning, Nicole notices Ricky's letter lying on her front lawn and decides to commit a federal offense by opening it. She soon discovers that the teddy bear given to her had a deeper meaning and feels bad about throwing it away.
What have I done?
Then, we're slapped in the face with this.
You just got to go for another it. Oh, see, for the what is now?
She doesn't get it.
No one gets it.
What the hell is that? What kind of exchange is that? Who is she? What planet is she from? There's no way that is a qualified human being. We need Professor Eckes on this case. There's no way that this thing is from this world.
Nicole, Lene, and Smithy are back at the school's dumpster, digging for Ricky's teddy bear. This catches the attention of the bullies, and oh my god, these guys seriously have no purpose in this story, so I'm not even gonna bother with their shenanigans.
Those guys are so lame.
Exactly, Smithy. You know, I think I'm starting to like this guy.
No! Don't fall for this trap.
Smithy suggests checking the school's basement since the janitor likes to collect trash, I guess? They walk up to the door and Smithy creeps the girls out? I don't know what happened. In the basement, Smithy tricks them again with a spider gag.
Spider!
No!
They search all around but come up empty. Lene suggests they check the junkyard, making this scene more pointless than the bullies. Speaking of which, they go outside and are spooked by them. This displeases the bullies, and they vow revenge.
So the kids head to the junkyard, where the bullies are somehow already waiting for them. How did the bullies get there first? Well, that's not important because they have a plan. Almost immediately after arrival, the kids are attacked by guard dogs. Cue the haunting chimes music.
Wow. The sad part is these dog models and animations are probably the most professional looking part of the film, and they're still awful.
Smithy proves his usefulness by tossing his sandwich onto Todd's face, causing the dogs to chase the bullies instead. We never see them again, so they were most likely mauled to death. They spot the teddy bear nearby, so all they have to do is walk over there and nope! They have to first climb over a fence, and then grab the bear. Oh, and get chased out by what I assume are the same dogs. Man, it must be hard times if they have to take up 2 jobs.
They get to Ricky's house where Nicole apologizes for slagging off his gift. Knowing how much the teddy means to him, she tries to return it. He accepts the apology, but declines the bear.
This was a gift for you.
But doesn't it mean a lot to you?
Yes. And so does friendship.
So, with that turmoil resolved, we're just about ready to wrap up this story.
Nope, we still have an extra 14 minutes.
Way! We have a resolution. Well, there's nothing else to do.
Actually, we've slightly negated the side plot involving Linnea's belief in Santa Claus. We're doing just as good of a job telling this portion of the story as this film does.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's just try to rush through this. Linnea's family is having a merry time as she heads upstairs in forlorn. Her father seems to understand her plight, so he decides to reinforce the Santa charade by having her look outside the window for him. It works.
He's there because I believe in him. Right, Daddy?
Exactly.
And that's all it takes. They sure did a good job with this side plot, despite Believe in Santa being half the title of the story.
Suddenly, they hear ominous bells jingling. Is it Santa? They never quite say, but it does signal them to sing about believing in him. It's short though, which automatically makes this the best song in this special.
Daddy, will you try and help me understand?
Nicole's family celebrate Christmas morning when she opens a gift that doesn't seem to belong to her.
Jeez, Nicole, that's 2 crimes you've committed.
This is what Ricky asked Santa for.
She gets permission to head to his house.
They're gonna bang.
Nicole gives Ricky his coveted video box, Linnea's little sister gets a hideous looking pony, everybody is in the house by jump cut, Linnea's friends show up, Ricky does a bad rap, and Ricky's great-grandma has this to say.
Do you know what, Nicole? I never stopped believing in Santa.
Oh my god, they fixed her! It's a Christmas miracle!
Christmas!
Never mind.
Santa flies overhead.
Wow!
Everybody shouts,
Believe in Santa, and a Merry Christmas to all.
Shut that door.
Well, that was rude.
We get an uncomfortable shot of Nicole sleeping in her bed. And the movie credit rolls to an undeserving pop song with Paige O'Hara and Peebo Bryson. Oh, Peebo Bryson, they got you too. It ends with a promise that the Rapsittie Street Kids will return in spring for a Bunny's Tale, an Easter special. This, of course, never happened.
Not even close.
Thank Christ.
Believe it or not, Rapsittie Street Kids Believe in Santa received overwhelmingly negative reception. It was criticized for its poor script and god-awful animations. Viewers were absolutely baffled that something with such low quality could possibly make it to air, and the fact that such high-name talents got suckered into it. Some even had reason to believe that the whole film was nothing more than a sham. To be fair, they have every reason to believe this. Just check out their website on the Wayback Machine.
Christopher's daughter Kennedy spoke on her Twitter account about the special. She claimed that the artwork shown to her father looked much better compared to how it looked in the final product. Really? These were enough to impress? He had so much trust in the animators that he never checked on their work, and it wasn't until the day of its premiere that he and the WB finally witnessed the seeds of their labor. This would be the first and last media project for J. Rose Productions.
The only other film that Wolf Tracer Studios has their name attached to is 2004's Dinosaur Island, starring Mark Hamill. It too was a lost film, and it would have stayed lost had Colin Slater never uploaded it himself. And he probably regrets that. So, how in the hell did Rapsittie Street Kids manage to resurface? According to Cartoon Lampoon Podcast, Daniel Wilson contacted Colin Slater to ask if he had the film in his possession. Slater apparently did own a copy of the film on digibeta tape, a media format used in TV broadcasts. He claimed it would cost $125 to be converted into a new digital format, which Daniel was willing to cough up.
Unfortunately, due to miscommunication, he was forced to pay Mr. Slater double for it, as the tape had to be transferred twice due to the original transfer being in an odd format. Dykate held his side of the bargain, but Colin apparently didn't deliver on his. Several months passed, as Dykate never got the digital copy, nor any response to his emails. This led to a YouTube video in which he accused Colin Slater of being a scam artist. Colin fired back, and not only did he refuse to return the money, he claimed that he didn't own the rights to the film. The two exchanged emails for God knows how long until finally, somehow, Dykate got the Rapsittie Street Kids. Now it can be found everywhere on the internet for the whole world to see. But the question is, was this all worth it?
No! Some things are better off lost forever.
No, hold on. Just because some things are bad doesn't mean they should be forgotten. I mean, I certainly didn't have a good time watching this, but I'm kind of glad I did.
For a long time, this was kind of an urban legend. Some people didn't even believe it back then. The very fact that this was bought by a big network to air on TV is simply fascinating.
But that doesn't mean you'll be happy about it. It really is as bad as it seems. There's a plethora of top lists of the worst animated features, and this should be at the top of all of them. I am highly doubtful I will ever see anything worse than this special. While Christopher the Christmas Tree isn't that well remembered like some Christmas classics, you can at least tell that heart and care was put into it.
This film, however, is the exact opposite, as the man in charge didn't seem to have any regard for it. It was nothing more than a means to make a quick buck off of those who were too naive. But it should be experienced at least once with a big group. After that, you can decide for yourself whether or not to add this to your Christmas rotation. It probably won't be in ours because— oh no, not Great Grandma!
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Twin Opinion cares about your opinion, and your participation keeps us alive. So share your comments, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. You can also find Twin Opinion on Facebook or visit our website at asamiarrow.com.